Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Now, I presume that most of you are now either going back to school, have gone back to school, or are about to go back to school. So I thought I would do a last minute back to school makeup look, but more of like a realistic one. Obviously, everybody's makeup routine is different. People apply different amounts of makeup. Some people don't wear any. It's totally fine, but this would be my go-to last minute kind of I'm in a rush makeup look. Now I'm actually going to be doing this as a one brand makeup look, so everything I'm using is going to be from the brand Illamasqua, and the stockists that have like sent me this are from the Liverpool Met Quarter, so if you're from around Liverpool, pop in, have a look at the Illamasqua store. This is not an ad for Illamasqua. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments, this is not an ad, I'm not being paid to do this. They have just kindly sent me out some of their makeup stuff, as they have done in the past. I've done a video similar to this and I just love receiving it because I love testing out new makeup, so I thought I would do a back to school video with it because it's something a lot of you guys asked for. To change it up a little bit, I thought I would actually answer a couple of questions whilst I was getting ready, because so many of you tweet me, I'm really nervous to start year 11, I'm really nervous to start year 12, that kind of thing. So I thought I would tie this into like a back to school Q&A as well as a back to school makeup look. So without further ado, I'm gonna get straight on with it. So I'm looking through the questions on Twitter. Generally they are quite similar. So the first question was how to stay organised for GCSE/A-level. So while I talk you through this, I'm gonna pop the makeup on. Taking my primer by Laura Mercier. I always use this one. It's actually nearly running out, so. And then I'm taking the Illamasqua Skin Base Foundation, which is actually what I use almost every single day. And I'm just taking this on the back of my hand, and then I tend to put a couple of drops of the Body Shop's darkening drops on this, just because it is ever so slightly too light. It's like just a little bit too yellow, so I just make it look like that. And then I just apply it straight to my face with my finger. Okay, so going back to the question about organisation, I'm probably not the best person to talk to you about organisation because I didn't really learn how to stay organised for my GCSEs until I was like doing them. But I think obviously my main advice is just stay on top of all of the work that you get. That goes for A-level as well, especially because A-levels, obviously the workload is like more than GCSE, although at GCSE you are doing more subjects. So, and in terms of now I'm just going to blend this in using the Beauty Blender by e.l.f. Cosmetics. So in terms of preparation for those 2 school years, obviously you don't really know what to expect until you've started, but I think that the main thing, I mean I don't know that me offering you advice on this is like the best, but I think if you just go in with the expectation of having to work a lot outside of school, then you're not going to be shocked when it gets to like February, March time and you want to start revising. That was another question I got a lot. What point in year 11 did you start revising? And I started at February half term, and then I started like intense 5 hours at a time kind of revision after Easter, which I know a lot of you are going to think is quite late. I was just not particularly motivated until then. Like I saw people around me and stuff doing a lot of revision, and I just wasn't in the same frame of mind. I was like, oh no, it's fine, it's fine. I was quite laid back until about Easter, and then I really felt like, oh my god, I need to up my game. They're starting in like 5 weeks. So yeah, that was kind of the point that I started revision. Libby asked, do you ever get nervous that too much has changed when you get back to school? This is genuinely something that I have worried about every single school year that I've been in, because I, especially these last couple of years, tend not to see my school friends that much over the summer, just because I tend to be like quite busy with YouTube-y stuff, and also before that I was like I'd be on holiday or things like that, and friendships throughout summer tend to alter because it's like more based on who's free at the same time as you rather than like who you want to hang out with. So yeah, that is definitely something I worried about, especially going up into sixth form, because last summer, if any of you watched my summer vlogs from 2016, you'll know that I was barely in Beverley at all. Like I spent so much time outside of Beverley, and when I was back here all the friendship groups were like altering because people were going to different colleges, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have any friends when I start sixth form. In fact, I remember sitting in London with Hannah and Alice being like, I'm so glad I'm friends with you because I genuinely don't feel like I'm gonna fit in at sixth form, and that is not true at all. I've found loads of friends at sixth form. Obviously I'm really happy in the group of friends that I have now, but at the beginning that was definitely a concern. So for concealer, I'm taking this little one by Illamasqua as well. It's actually a like gel concealer, is that what you'd call it? And I'm just gonna take this on my finger a little bit and rub it under my eyes, because the consistency of this I don't think would pick up as well on a brush. And I'm just kind of dabbing that in. Obviously, like if you want to do this properly, do it with a brush, yeah, but this is a school makeup look. You're going to be in a rush in the morning. Now obviously that is quite a bit lighter than the foundation I just popped on, so I'm going to take my powder. This isn't by Illamasqua just because I don't have one by Illamasqua, so this is by Maybelline. This is the matte maker, and I'm just popping this on my forehead and then specifically like on my eyes and under my eyes, just so that the contrast in colour isn't as drastic. So Els asked, do your teachers know that you do YouTube? Now I found this question quite interesting. Yes, actually all of my teachers do know that I do YouTube. I managed to avoid bringing it up between like year 10 and 11. Obviously YouTube was just kind of starting for me then, and then it kind of picked up the most at the end of year 11, so like I left. But in year 12, obviously, if you guys have watched my vlogs, you'll know that I missed not loads of school, but like quite a bit of school, because I was like, especially in October, November time, when I was to and from London quite frequently. At the beginning I was like, oh, I'm ill, ha, kind of thing, and then my head of year was like, look Molly, we know you're not ill. So I just obviously like told them, and they already knew, like obviously they already knew, but I hadn't told them, but other people had. Sorry, I'm using the contour from the Body Shop and the Sigma F40 contour brush, and they're actually like mainly, well, all of them are really supportive. In fact, the teachers are a lot more supportive than the students. The teachers are lovely to me about it, and they're really understanding if I do end up missing school. So in that aspect I've been so super lucky, and obviously in year 13 it's probably going to be different, but in year 12, teacher wise, everybody was really nice. Zoe said, is sixth form as hard as people actually make it out to be? I'm gonna go against the grain here, is that the phrase there, and say no. So I'm popping on the Illamasqua highlighter in the shade OMG. This is a stunning highlighter. You do have to pick up quite a bit of product, but anyway, I don't think that sixth form and A-levels are actually as difficult as people make out. I remember doing my GCSEs and everybody being like, oh my god, they're only GCSEs, A-levels are so much harder. I completely disagree. Like, no. I think that GCSEs were harder by far because of the amount of content you had to know. A-levels, yeah, okay, there is more knowledge, it's more depth, but like time-wise, I think GCSEs are more stressful because A-levels you're focusing on things that you're better at. I don't know. Maybe that is just me because I'm taking subjects that I enjoy, and a lot of people are probably watching this being like, oh my god, no, I take A-level maths and it's hell, and I'm like not discrediting that, but the subjects that I do, I found GCSEs harder to balance. I hope you guys can see this highlight because it's really, really pretty. It looks really pang when you have a tan. Okay, I'm gonna do my eyebrows now with the Illamasqua. I absolutely love this. In fact, I've used this every single day. This is the brow powder or eyebrow cake in the shade Thunder. Really, really, really recommend this. Honestly, best brow product ever. Kirsty said, what was it like when people at school found out about your videos? Now, this has like gone through an entire journey and it's kind of gone full circle. When people first found out, a lot of people didn't really understand. YouTube wasn't as big, like it was just getting properly big. It was like 2013, 2014, and a lot of people just kind of ignored it. Like they knew that I did it, but they were like, oh, whatever. Obviously there were people that like took the mick and said stuff, and I was kind of like nervous about that, which is actually why I called my channel Beauty Spectrum and not Molly Thompson, because I didn't want people finding out about it. Although now I just wish I'd called it my name, but oh well. Yeah, and then throughout year 11, as it started to pick up, most people were really supportive about it. Like the people that weren't supportive, they weren't mean about it, they just kind of didn't understand. They asked questions and they quite obviously didn't really get it, and that was fine with me. And then in year 12, people, like, because I moved schools and I mixed with boys for the first time, then people started being like quite mean about it, and by this point obviously I was already at like what, 50,000 subscribers, so it didn't bother me that much. It just kind of winds me up because it gets really repetitive. Like, yeah, okay, don't like that I make videos and it's really funny that you want to take the mick out of it, but this joke's been going on for like a year, so why are you still doing it? Like, that's my kind of attitude towards it. Genuinely never used a brow shade that matches better. Okay, so I'm going to zoom you in for the eyes and hope that that is better. So now I'm going to take the eyeshadow in the shade Heroin, and this is just like a perfect neutral shade, and it's honestly, it's just like the perfect base shadow colour. So I'm taking the Sigma E40 brush, and this is called the Tapered Blending Brush. YouTube Forever said, how do you distance yourself from friends? Okay, well, if you're wanting to distance yourself from them, they're probably not your friend, but I have definitely had my fair share of this. In fact, my friendship group has altered quite a lot over the last year. Like, I started out with my friends that I had from sixth form, and then I ended up in quite a big friendship group at the beginning of sixth form, which is now like not the same group of friends that I started with. And I think it's just one of those times where, because you're, well, I presume because you're asking, you're maybe a similar age to me, but being 15, 16, 17, 18, you're at a time where friendships are constantly changing, and if you do want to distance yourself from somebody, I don't think anybody would like blame you for it, because it happens. Like, people get so caught up in the fact that, or maybe this is just at my sixth form, but a lot of people are like, oh well, they used to be friends with us and now they've moved friendship groups, and I think people get too caught up in that. Like, that happens, you're young, and I don't know, maybe I'm not the best person to talk, because obviously I am still that age, but yeah, I think if you want to push yourself away from people, just do it. Just make new friends. They'll understand, like, maybe not straight away, but they will understand eventually. That advice was shocking. So I don't know if you guys can see, this is just like the perfect nude transition shade, because obviously if you're in a rush in the morning, you're not gonna have loads of time to do fancy eyeshadow. This is like the perfect shade. Okay, so I've been given this question a lot, and a lot of people have said, how do you deal with toxic friendship? Now, if you'd have asked me this a couple of months ago, I'd have been like, oh, I've never really had that, but I think I have, like, thinking about it. I just wouldn't have classed it as that at the time. Anyway, now I'm taking this absolutely gorgeous shimmer shade in the shade Maiden, and I'm just gonna take this on my finger and like pop this on the center of my eyelid. It's a really nice, like, neutral gold colour. It's nothing over the top, and I absolutely love this. It's just perfect for school. It's so stunning. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. I've never felt like more creamy eyeshadows than the Illamasqua ones. Like, they're just so nice. They go on perfectly, and oh, stunning. I hope you can see it. So yeah, toxic friendships. I think you've just got to push those people out of your life. The block button on Instagram has become my new best friend, and it's probably bad, it is bad, but you're not gonna see these people every day for the rest of your life. You're just gonna see them for a short space of time while you're in school or college with them. Like, realistically, they're not gonna be part of your life forever, so you've just gotta shut them out and do your very, very best to ignore them. And it is very tempting to be like, oh well, why were they like that, and why are they being like this, and be like interested in what they're doing and who they're friends with now and stuff like that. But you've just got to stop that. You've just got to push yourself away from them, because you're not going to be the best version of you when you're with them. And I think that that is something that I've really learned since I started sixth form. Like, not everybody has the same intentions as you when starting a friendship. So most people I'm friends with because I just get on with them and I want to be their friend. Some people are friends with you because they want something from you, or they think that you can be like of use to them, or something more malicious. And I haven't really experienced this. Like, I've never really been friends with somebody that's like deliberately like used me or whatever, but I have seen it happen. So yeah, I think you just got to push yourself away from them, and you're only going to make yourself more upset if you don't. So do it. Do it now. So for eye makeup, I'm just gonna leave this here. I wanted a really neutral eye look because it's school, so I'm just gonna pop some inner corner highlight on from the same gorgeous highlight, which is OMG, and I'm gonna take this under my brow bone as well. So pretty. Oh my god. Now I'm just gonna do my winged eyeliner, so I'll be back in a second, but I'm taking the Maybelline Master Precise liner just because I don't have one by Illamasqua, but they do eyeliners if you're interested. Okay, so that's not the straightest eyeliner in the world, but it's okay because it's only school and you don't need to look like you're gonna walk a catwalk every day to go to school. Something else I learned in sixth form. I've got so many questions about like toxic friendships and like pushing people out of your life, and I'm scared for how many of you don't have good friends. Like, Anya said, do you ever regret going to an all girls school? I'm seriously starting to. Before I answer your question, I'm gonna pop on this mascara. Now this is the Illamasqua mascara, spelled with a QU. Oh, that's punny because it's like their name. I'm just going to take this up. I've actually never ever used this before, and I'm super excited because I love testing out new mascaras. Oh, I really like this. This is like really good at separating your lashes. This would look great if you then maybe popped like fake lashes on. I'm not going to do that obviously because I wouldn't for school, but this would be such a good mascara for that. I'm just kind of like layering it up a little bit. Anyway, going back to your question, I didn't actually have a choice in going to an all-girls school because of where I live. There are 3 schools in my town. There's an all-girls school, an all-boys school, and there is a mixed school. But the mixed school is like the other side of Beverley, and I don't live in a catchment for that school. And at the time when I started school, the school I was going to was like the best in Beverley. I don't think it is anymore. In fact, that's kind of all gone out the window. Like, that doesn't stand anymore. But at the time when I started in like 2010, 2011. That was like the best school, so I'd never really questioned it, and everybody just went there. Like all of my friends went to the same school as me, so it wasn't like oh, am I gonna regret this decision? It was like that was the decision, there wasn't another one to be made. This mascara is so good for separating your lashes. I actually really like this makeup look. It's so like neutral, but it's really glowy. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop on a lipstick that isn't by Illamasqua, just because again I don't actually have one of those. In fact, every product I've used apart from the eyeliner and the contour has been Illamasqua, and I'm really proud of that because I love this brand, so just feel like my face is really happy right now. So the lip product that I'm going to use is a tiny tester size version of the Kat Von D lipstick in the shade Cathedral. I wanted to use this because I want to keep this video like a first impressions. Everything I've used I've been really impressed with so far. The only thing that is kind of like I'm not sure I'd use it on the daily would maybe just be the eyeshadow, the transition shade, just because it is very light. Like if I was going to use another brand I'd probably darken it up a little bit, but if you want like really neutral I think it's like perfect. So this shade is Cathedral and I'm just going to pop it on really lightly. My lips are quite chapped. I love how pointy the bullet is on that, like that makes it so easy to apply. And I just think that's a really nice lipstick. I would say it's quite neutral, but I know a lot of you in the comments are going to be like, my school would never let me go to school like that. So yeah, obviously it depends how tight your school are on the makeup rule. Mine doesn't actually have one anymore with it being a sixth form. So yeah, but if you are starting in year 11 or year 10 or year 9 or year 8, just whatever year you're going into, this makeup look would be perfect if you're interested in wearing makeup. As I've already said, the Illamasqua products are all sent to me from the stockist, the Met Quarter, which is in Liverpool, but you can order it all online. I'll link every single product that I have used in the description. If you're interested in any of them, you can go down below. As I've said, this is not a paid ad for them. I've just been kindly sent these products, and you guys know that I love testing new makeup, so I thought I would film this back to school video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. I hope some of my questions helped you guys. I hope my advice helped you guys even. If that did as well, give it a thumbs up and let me know any other questions or concerns you might have in the comments. I'll be sat replying to them. Not that I am the best at giving advice, but I can try. But other than that, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see you all tomorrow with a very exciting vlog. I've got 2 more summer daily vlogs going up and then that is it. So yeah, be sure to be subscribed and ready for them, and I will see you all tomorrow night at 6 PM. Bye guys!